with him. Hey guys, and welcome to Warren First 931. I'm host of your show, Kelly Walker Slaughter, alongside my two great colleagues. We got, of course,
Mr. Brian Carr, your neighbor from up the road.
And
Matt Campbell. Hello, everybody, as you see this.
Yeah, so we are just going to jump right into it. And first and foremost, say a big shout out to our community weather sponsors, which of course is Reddick Brown Ford. And I should have pulled that weather.
Kelly, I'm going to go ahead and tell you something about the weather this morning.
Okay, tell me about the weather.
I got on the Alexa. One of the things I asked before I picked out my wardrobe is, Alexa, what's the weather going to be like today? And she said, currently it's 58 degrees. Oh, the Alexa's in the background talking to us, but it's 58 degrees right now here in the Tree City. Guys, expect for a high of 68 today. So Santa wore his Santa.
You guys stand up, Santa
Carr.
Show it off. Look at that. Look at
that. Santa Hawaiian shirt, because it is going to be a hot one today. There is going to be partly cloudy, and there is a little sprinkling going on places. But hey, tomorrow, 90% chance of rain with a high of 66. And listen, we've got more rain on Saturday, 90% chance of rain, high of 60. But then we go down into a drop every time we have this front. Sunday, it's going to get cold again with a high of 39. So make sure that you take all the preventative steps to get your work in today so you can have a free weekend and not get rained on.
Exactly. So if you're doing any weekend travel, make sure you prepare accordingly.
Yes.
With that said, we want to just thank once again our community weather sponsors, which is Reddick Brown Ford. And with us is Justin Matthew Campbell. Some know him as Justin. Some call him, like myself, Matt. But he is with us because he was walking down the street and Brian's like, come on, let's talk about it. So I know you got a lot of things coming up, but the Edgar Allan Poe, which is one of the biggest things. So can you talk to us? His birthday celebration is coming up at the Black House. So talk about it.
Well, it's a celebration of Poe's birth on or near the anniversary of his birth. It'll be happening at the Black House on January 16th and 17th. That's 2 nights. It'll be a ticketed event, but ticketing will include access to the event and refreshments. It'll be similar to the event we held for Halloween in October. There will be some changes as to what's being read. We've got some stuff for time, trying to read some shorter content so people aren't there as long.
Okay.
More poem-centric in some cases, though we have a few people reading some of the shorter stories.
Mm-hmm. And what is your role in this year?
Well, this go round, I'll be reading Poe's poem alone. Most of our readers from the last event will be coming back. In some cases, reading the same stories they did last time, so there will be some familiarity. Okay. I believe Carter Cantrell will be reading the poem "The Raven" again.
Oh yeah, which is always if you ever think of Edgar Allan Poe, you always remember quote the Raven, never mind. That was distilled it's ingrained in my head. But of course, you were talking off air, like don't go, stick to the end, because what are we gonna cut into?
Beg pardon.
What are we gonna cut into?
Well, we've got more news, but I want to piggyback.
The cake.
Oh yes.
That's what I was. Sorry.
Sorry.
No pun intended. Like, what do you cut into?
The first one's going to the birthday cake in honor of the girl on her birthday.
Okay. And then what else were you talking about, Brian? That's what you thought I was talking about?
Oh, well, you said stick around because Pat's.
Oh, yeah. So you're going to stick around with us for a little bit?
I'd be happy.
Oh, awesome. And guys, if y'all ever need to know a good book to read and things like that, go to my Matt. My boy, my Matt. I call you my Matt. And he will give the best book reviews on anything. What is the current book you're reading right now?
Well, the current book, taking it in monthly installments because it was originally published in monthly installments in a Spanish language newspaper.
Oh,
Laura Escovel's like Water for Chocolate, which is a Spanish language story translated into English. It's a love story, a fantasy, a bit of a comedy, and also a bit of a cookbook, all in one book.
oh, oh! Miss Dale's right there shaking her head. Yes. Oh, well, there you go. And that book I gave you, have you? Be honest. Did you get through it?
I'm getting there bits and pieces. I'm trying to read it alongside the album Dolly did, which is the story in music form.
Okay. I haven't done that yet. I should do the same, but I have to wait till I get my book back. So
You'll
just
get
let
it
me know.
back soon, I promise.
Okay. Well, guys, we are going to take a quick break from a word from our sponsors, but when we get back, we have another breaking news stuff covered up, as we always say on here. So stick around because we have the one and only, our honorary guest, as always, Miss Della McDaniel,
Yes.
coming on the show in her American look. I love it. I love it. I can't wait to see where she's been gone so many weeks.
I know we're going to have to put out an APP on her.
I thought we were
so
going to have
busy.
to.
While we're doing this, I'm sorry, guys. I'm having so much fun with these little sound effects.
Yeah,
and
something new.
We're gonna add more, but yeah. So
Yeah.
we got Miss Dell coming up, and we got Matt dropping us some
Yep.
knowledge on. And I apologize, I kept this thing about Edgar Allan Poe up. The whole
Oh,
time.
that's right. I'll get it for you, bro.
Okay, but do we want to talk about the library now?
Oh, we can eat. We'll
You
get
know,
her
break-
on, and then we'll rotate it unless you're fine. She's good with it. Okay, but we are going to take a quick break from a word from our sponsors. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Welcome to our coffee drive-thru located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville, or give them a call at 474-1776. At our coffee, we pour love into every cup of coffee we serve. Welcome to our coffee drive-thru located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville.
Don't know what to eat? Have you tried Cumberland Biscuit Company or Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli? Down on Main, you can enjoy pizzas and sandwiches, weekly combo specials, soups, salads, and finish it up with Tops Frozen Treats. On the weekends, check out Cumberland Biscuit Company's unique dishes like the Twisted Goat Burger or the Bambushka Burger. For lunch or dinner, get the experience of going out of town right here in McMinnville, down on Main. Follow Tops and Cumberland Biscuit Company on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
When you need help with your medical needs, who are you going to call? At Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you're not just a number, you're a part of our community. When you call Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you'll get a live person to help answer your medical questions. In a hurry? Try our convenient drive-thru. Not able to get out? We offer free delivery within the city limits. Stacy specializes in Mr. Stewart's over-the-counter and prescription cough syrups. Need to transfer your prescriptions? It's no trouble to transfer to Stacy's, where people care and wellness matters. Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy is located at 485 North Chancery Street, or give them a call at 474-0600.
Welcome back, Warren First 931. I am your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter, and
I'm your neighbor from up the road, Brian Carr.
we are gonna wrap it up here with Matt and talk about the next big thing on the list is everything and all things with the library.
Yeah.
So, what is going on since you got to meet Miss Kim Cantrell? How was she?
Well, the new director of the library seems very polite, very outgoing, very enthusiastic about the job. I'm sure she'll do fine. But there's a bit of a learning curve with everything. It's a new staff in some ways, with some returning veteran staffers. So there is some continuity there if you've not been to the library in a while.
Okay.
But other than that, things seem to be going fine so far.
And then are all the stuff like I know there was like a little break. Is the book club and everything getting back in full swing? What has she told you that you can bring back?
Oh, yes. The library is back to its regular hours of 8 to 8 Monday and Tuesday, 8 to 5 Wednesday through Friday, and 9 to 1 on Saturdays, closed on Sunday. The current plans are for the newly launched Ag Extension Office Book Club to meet not this past Tuesday, but rather next Tuesday, the 13th. That was a scheduling error. That was a scheduling conflict on the part of the young lady organizing it. But we are meeting on the 13th to discuss Stephen King's Life of Chuck, and to disperse the books for the next. They're planning for the meeting in March Mark Halpern's Winter's Tale.
Okay.
Prologue, the writers group organized by Joe Cook, among others, will not be meeting this month, but will be meeting next month on the first Saturday in February.
Okay. So if you could text me those dates, we'll make sure to put them in our community hub calendar so everybody can stay informed.
All right, yeah, I'd be happy to do that.
Go ahead. One of the big things, and I'm showing it right now, Matt can expound upon, is this post about what they're getting ready for.
Oh, yeah. Well, can I get the mic?
Yeah, sorry.
The library is planning to have its first book sale of the year next week, starting on the 12th and running through the 16th. Standard pricing: hardcovers are 50 cents, paperbacks are $1. Other physical media like DVDs and CDs are also $1. There's a great selection there, but it's downstairs in the old media room, the current Southern Heritage Room, as opposed to upstairs in the main hall.
Okay. So a lot of new things, like we said, are happening at our Magnus Library, our historic, I should say, Magnus Library. And so, again, we just really appreciate everything that you do for this community and everything else. Are you going to be writing us another book review here soon?
Yes, I plan to have a review for The Life of Chuck shortly after the book club meeting, discussing it on the 13th.
Okay.
And my hope is to be able to have reviews for at least one of the books the club discusses once a month. However, there will be a change to how the book is organized. Soon after Mark Halpern's Winter's Tale, beginning in roughly April, the meetings will be organized based not on an individual book, but on genre and theme. So discuss their different books amongst each other.
Oh, that's awesome, Matt. Well, we do appreciate you coming on the show today and just doing your walk. And thank you for my Coca-Cola. I was, I got a Coke habit, but in a good way. But, man, thank you so much. And Happy New Year.
And to y'all, thank you. And to everybody watching, Happy New Year as well.
Well, I'm going to end it with you saying one more thing with us. What was your New Year's resolution?
To not be so hard on myself for failing New Year's resolution.
Oh, there you go.
It's a catch-all.
Yeah, catch 22. I love it. Guys, we're going to have one more quick break from a word from our sponsors, but when we get back, we're going to have Dale McDaniel come on the show and talk to us all things about matches and...
Oh my goodness!
She's got a whole load of info.
Wears so many hats.
Yes, I cannot wait to see what she's fixing to unload with us. But remember, Warren County, keep it first.
If you're dining in or taking out, we've got something for everyone. From our mouth-watering brisket, baby back ribs, juicy ribeye steaks, specialty sandwiches, and fried chicken tenders, your taste buds are in for a treat.
Don't forget our weekly specials. Monday, spaghetti or hamburger steak. Tuesday, meatloaf or barbecue chicken pork. Wednesday, pork loin or Salisbury steak. Thursday, smoked chicken halves or country fried steak. Friday, fried catfish or Cajun catfish on rice.
Whether you're feeding hundreds at a company picnic or meeting a friend for lunch, you can count on Praters to satisfy your taste buds.
Call us at 635-2259 and taste the tradition at Praters Barbecue. 30 years of excellence.
Come join us at 110 East Main Street for a farm-to-table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from-scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powder, sugars, or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
And welcome back, Warren First 931ers. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter, alongside, again, another lovely lady today, Miss Della McDaniel. And then, of course, our co-host over here, Brian Carr. He is wearing it out. They're saying you're wearing it out on those.
Oh, I tell you what, that's
he's learning.
So much
he's
fun.
Learning.
I just got to know the timing of them. So,
yeah.
Sorry, not sorry. We're going to have fun today.
I love it. But we have so many local events going on, and one person that always has their phone or thumb on the knob as well is, of course, Miss Dale. And so, first and foremost, it was in the Southern Standard with the match that is coming up. So, you want to tell everybody about that one?
I would love to.
You want to hold it?
Yeah.
Yes, please. Yes.
We have Match, which is a new initiative.
Okay.
In McMinnville, Warren County.
Yep.
And it is to help with permanent residential housing. We are a little different in that we are a little more inclusive.
Mm-hmm.
They still have rules to follow.
Okay.
We are trying to find leasing, that would be rentals, leasing partners, and there are stipulations involved, but we are different in that we will be having individual caseworkers. We will be having like a house mother, a house father, somebody who will be there to support them often.
Yeah.
And for therapies, for counseling. And we have a movie coming up on the 22nd of January. And this movie is unbelievable. I know there's a lot going on the night of the 22nd. I know Power of 100 is the night of the 22nd.
And then the pick, the homeless.
They changed that.
I don't think they did because Sheila's coming on next Tuesday to talk about it.
Okay, I was told they changed that pit date. Point in time. That's what you were trying to say.
This was 2 days ago. I talked to her.
Well, and mine was Monday, so you were more accurate than I. Okay.
So I'll find out. But we do have Sheila Fan, which is over home.
Right.
She is going to be coming in. We're actually going to be doing a pop-in podcast, which you're welcome to come to with us if you want to join us next week. Or we're going to do lasagna. We're going to have a lot of people there breaking bread together.
Yeah.
And
have you eaten at the restaurant before? They've got a restaurant inside home.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes,
and one of the things that they're doing is they're utilizing their space, so they take orders. So I know that
they deliver
around here that get food for their employees and deliver that. So just another income stream to help out
with home.
And I mean, all the nonprofits. Kelly and I have been talking about this off air, but because of the strain on the city doesn't have a lot of money to be able to put into these things. So it's going to be us, the community, that has to help step it up and help these efforts.
And that's exactly a point that I did want to make. HUD, and what is the other one? There's a TNDA. Their budgets are being cut tremendously.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the biggest cuts is the homelessness initiative. So Match creates
I'm going to hold this up so everybody knows.
A space for these types of activities
situations
to occur.
Yeah.
And for someone else to come to. And Sheila's been wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Sheila's been wonderful.
Now,
and it is a collaboration.
Yeah.
We all need to get together to work on this. This is not something that one group, one person can handle.
Yeah. I'm going to play devil's advocate for a bit because I've researched a little bit on this situation the past few weeks now. And what what Sheila's doing is like, it's not a handout, it's a hand up. I want everybody to know this.
Right.
And if you don't understand that term, look it up, as I
Right.
say, because it's about transitional, housing and things like that. And what I'm understanding what this match is doing, it's
More
rapid,
permanent.
it's rapid
Yes.
rehousing.
But
And-
permanent housing.
Right. But when I looked up the difference, it seems like to me, from what I researched, that transitional housing is more beneficial than rapid in the long run. Can you explain? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Okay, I understand
You
the
understand?
concept and
Yeah.
your perception.
Yeah.
We, on the board of Match,
Okay.
feel that permanent housing in conjunction with leasing partners, okay, landlords that are willing to accept substantially less money a month, that under the understanding that we will have wraparound services in that home.
Okay.
When you say wraparound services, explain that.
I will. Then don't let me deviate because I want to get
No,
back.
we'll get you back on.
We'll get back on.
Um,
I'm sorry I deviated.
no, it's medical and psychological counseling. It's caseworkers in the home. It's job finding.
Okay.
It is educational opportunities.
Okay.
And of course, I think most people know that prevalent within our homelessness is addiction. And addiction is a disease. It is not something that you would choose to have.
No, I don't choose it.
It is not something you would choose to have. So we would also have a component dealing specifically with addiction and a hands-on, someone to guide them. And as I said, this is not willy-nilly. There are rules.
Okay, I was going to ask the second one because I know that some people that get in the program, and I'm sorry to say, take advantage of the situation. And so with these rules being placed, you can weed out the doers from the non-doers.
Well,
in a sense,
as I observe,
okay,
I think that some folks have become professionals at taking advantage of opportunities. But if you can help 9 people out of 10, and you have one person taking advantage, it is well worthwhile.
Yeah,
it
I
is
agree.
well worthwhile.
I agree.
Now, our last pit was 95 people.
I didn't know that.
At 95. That was this month. This was early.
Okay.
The count.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The count's coming up again.
Okay.
And there were 95, and we all recognize there are more than that. We recognize that there are some that are reticent to be counted. And they may be felons, they may be, not citizens, they may be whatever.
Yeah, they're more cautious.
But absolutely. Yeah. But the scary part is the 113 children in our school system that have been impacted by homelessness. Now, we all know you could have a family staying in a car and their child goes to school, and you need to give them credit for that. And our schools, and FCE is one of the contributing organizations to this. They can shower, they can have meals, and understand. I'm sure that that we just turned down that meal program.
I don't know all the ins and outs.
Okay, all right, but it doesn't matter. We don't need to go into that. But the districts locally, it falls on them then to provide.
Okay.
And clothing. People gather clothing for these students, hygiene items, everything. And almost every organization has a donation collection box.
Yeah.
So it's not hard to do it.
I tell you what, if you're okay with this, do you mind if we share? Because I've just pulled up the Facebook page, and there's a little video here.
Yes,
and we'll play the 30-second video.
Absolutely.
And it's somebody that a lot of you already know. Whenever we do this, but we're going to go ahead and let us know if you're
Make it bigger.
Getting the volume. But
and welcome to Beyond the Bridge.
Okay.
A movie will be showing at Park Theater on January 22nd to detail the lives of the unsheltered, not only here, but across the nation. So come one, come all, come with great spirits, come with open heart to help serve those who need it the most. Amen.
There you go.
All right, and having former Mayor Haley be on there, and then having it sponsored by St. Thomas Ascension, this is legitimate. This is, and I mean, we're throwing all our effort in to kind of figure out what we can do because, again, because of the demand, and guys, we got more nonprofits you can shake a stick at here in this little town.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
For 20,000 people, we got a lot of nonprofits.
Yeah.
But that shows how special our people are because they care. They care so much. And we have all these churches. How are we going to get everybody on the same page? And that's
what
we're almost actually
is-
40,000 population.
That's
County,
counted,
yeah.
but it's 14,569 population for McMinnville. That just happened.
Wow.
I mean, that was just a second. The thing about Ascension St. Thomas, they recognized the financial burden that we could alleviate. Match, I'm referencing. Match could alleviate some of that burden
Okay.
on the hospital, on our judicial system,
Oh, yes.
and it's even our public health system.
Yeah.
Because we will have in place help for them, and we will be able to direct them to agency intervention.
Yeah.
Because right now, sorry, Brian, right now
You're fine.
they all go to the hospital,
Yeah.
and we will be able to take some of that burden off of them, and they recognize that, and that's what created that sponsorship. The movie that Jimmy was referencing, absolutely free, no donation required. And then after the movie is a very important part of this. There will be a town hall meeting.
Okay.
So during the meeting or during the movie, you will certainly develop questions in your own mind.
Yeah.
And you will be able to have these questions addressed. We really, even if you come in a little late, say you leave Power of 100.
Yeah.
Those women
Oh yeah.
are so much a part of our community, and they understand what's happening, and we want them to be part of this initiative.
Yes.
We want them to spread the word because these are all women who have vast networks.
Yeah.
Vast networks. And the more people that become aware and familiar, the better that will be for Match. Okay?
So, and I was reading this, so because some potential partners, you want to read it down the list?
But when you're referencing this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The UPRA, Perry,
Okay.
she's on our board,
Okay.
and wonderful person.
UCHRA.
Yes.
If anybody needs to know what she's saying.
Oh, sorry. UCHRA. A person of wonderful integrity and faith.
Oh, yeah.
Home
Yes.
with Sheila.
With Sheila Fan.
And Families in Crisis.
Okay.
Family Resource Center. City and county governments. Now, when we say city and county governments, we're referencing our aldermen and our commissioners and the elected officials.
The local elected officials.
That are local.
Yeah.
Our churches, 3 churches that we discussed in my FCE meeting yesterday that are stepping out above and beyond right now because of the weather. 3 Rivers Church.
Okay.
Oh
yeah.
They're wonderful.
Absolutely. Freedom Light.
Freedom.
LIGHT.
Okay. I haven't heard of that
Anthony
one.
Campbell. That's,
Right.
Freedom Life?
Yeah, that's the biggest church in Warren
No,
County.
you said light.
Light.
Oh, I thought she said light. I'm like,
She's a
who's
Yankee,
light?
She can't help it.
I'm like, girl, get your vowels
Isn't it
right.
LIFE, isn't it?
I thought you
Life.
said. I heard GHT.
Oh.
Don't ask. Moving
Okay.
on. Squirrel.
Okay. And of course, our First Methodist.
Yes.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, right in
they're
town.
big. Yeah, 3 big major parts.
Ryan is wonderful, you know, and Jimmy handles, you know, the food, the clothes, and these churches need our support. And I know we are all stretched thin. Believe me, my platter is overfilling. But just a little bit, you know,
Just a little bit
you
helps.
can give just a little bit of help to them.
Well, we've said on this show several times, I don't know if this is the same point you're going to make, if we just pick one nonprofit a month, or if we had 40 nonprofits, let's just say this, if we had 40 nonprofits and you donated $40, $1 each, and I mean everybody in this county, you said $20 times, or you know, or $1 times 20, they could get $20,000 in a month.
Right.
Just $1.
Right.
You know, and so if you, instead of sitting there thinking, oh, I wish I could do something, well, you can. Donate.
And I'll tell you, one of the things, even if you don't have the money to do it, just to be able to pass the resource along.
Yeah.
There was a photo that was taken of me earlier, a few weeks ago, with one of our homeless residents here in town, and we got to talking about Pastor Heatherly. We got to talking about Jimmy Haley, and a lot of the folks, Matt Campbell, another person who was just here, who helps take care of so many people there. And then if you can just let folks know that these resources are available to get them in the right spot. And the nice thing about this gentleman, he already knew all these folks. But the thing is, you may not know who to turn over to, and so coming to this meeting, if you care about McMinnville and Greater Warren County area, this is the place for you to be to learn more, because I've been talking about this for a while. We need to get all on the same page, because one of the things that we have with our food bank system is that we got people going from one place to the next place, and some people are profiteering off this stuff. And if we can get the food to the people who need it, but the same thing happened. Barry Dishman and the folks over at Kids in the Community, when that got started, it immediately had effect on this community. Crime started going down with young people. And so I'm picking up what you're putting down, Ms. Dale, about how important this is to be able to get, because our society is going to be judged by how we treated the least of these.
Yeah.
Well, collaboration, which is what you're referencing, is so important at this point, because the disparity of services, we need to be collaborative. We need to have a place where people can go to find out where to go.
Yeah.
Who can help? And I think that with all of our partners, that's going to be really important, especially with our funding, the government. I'm referencing federal right now. The federal government funding being cut, and it puts a burden on our city and county.
And I'll tell you, one of the things with other places in the country where so much fraud has been going on and been revealed, we want everybody to be aware. We want everybody to see how transparent this is, because the need is real, and that's wonderful. You look at this list, especially with our nonprofits and places like Ascension Healthcare. I mean, this. I get so excited because I'm seeing faces that represent these places.
100%.
So it's going to be an all-star lineup for this meeting.
Right, and we anticipate having a good turnout, because folks that come into McMinnville and the surrounding areas, we live in Rock Island, and
I live
even
in McMinnville.
Exactly, we see these people every day, and it's not good enough for us to say, oh, well, that's they want that. They don't care.
Or they chose
They want to
that.
be that. That's what, right.
Yeah.
They chose that. Now, there are so many issues and so many avenues that do need to be explored, in homelessness. I mean, Match, their goal is to eliminate homelessness, but that cannot be done without collaboration.
And what was the term that you used for the social work aspect and getting people the mental health things?
Right. It's a wraparound service that it will be intentional. It won't be catch as catch can. It has to be intentional. And unfortunately, those types of services cost money.
Yeah, nothing's free.
And the Warren County Health Department, they're amazing.
Yeah.
They're amazing, but they can't do it all.
No.
They can't do it all.
We have to work together.
We absolutely have to work together.
And if we work together, we grow together. If we learn together, we get better together.
Right.
It's a whole thing.
That's right.
I agree.
That's right.
Is there anything you haven't tapped on? And then we'll take a break and talk about the other. We're going to take a break and talk about the other stuff.
Let me just check my notes to be sure. Basically, it's the film.
Okay.
Developing that awareness.
Okay.
February 22nd, 6 p.m. Park
January
Theater.
or February?
Good point. January.
I didn't know if I misheard you again. I'm so sorry.
No.
And we have shared the link to the Facebook page.
Mhm.
We'll also share the link, and we'll also share the post about the movie,
Yeah.
the sign up for it,
Yeah.
that you can get from the Facebook page on
Good.
our Warren First Facebook.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. And remember, folks, it's free.
Yep.
You can't lose. The only thing you can gain is knowledge
Yep.
and understanding. And that's important to everybody.
100% agree. We're going to take a quick break from a word from our sponsors, but when we get back, or more with Miss Dell and all the stuff that is going on in her life, and then some, because there's something I just learned off air that she was telling me and Brian about that's going on, and I didn't know about it, but I'm going to let her talk about it because I know nothing about it. So, but remember, Warren County, keep it first.
McMinnville Lawn and Garden at 129 Keel Drive, where we've been serving our community since 1995. With a rock-solid reputation for excellent service, our dedicated team is here to help you find the best lawnmowers, leaf blowers, chainsaws, weed eaters, and more. We proudly carry top brands like Echo, Stihl, Shindala, Gravely, Cub Cadet, and Skag. Take advantage of our early spring service, free pickup, and a discount on service. Plus, from chainsaws to gardening tools, we've got you covered for storm season. Trust the experts at McMinnville Lawn and Garden, where quality and customer satisfaction come first. Call us today at 815-5296.
Some call it Pioneer Country. Some call it Tree City.
Some call it the WC.
We call it home.
From the first showing to the final signature.
From downtown charm to wide open fields. Warren County isn't just on the map, it's where dreams are made. Because when you're buying or selling in the WC, you deserve someone who gets it.
Make my mom your winning choice for buying or selling real estate in the WC.
Come join us at 110 East Main Street for a farm-to-table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from-scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powder, sugars, or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
I like to play devil's advocate. Well, can I have my microphone? Welcome back, Warren First 9 through 1. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter, alongside Brian Carr, and our special guest, all the way back from her vacay of
Williamsburg, Virginia.
Solitude, I guess, right?
Right.
But another big thing that she was enlightening us on is called the Tennessee Quit Week. So explain what that is, and it's going on right now till the 9th. There you go.
And it would continue. The wave will continue
Okay.
after the night. But the 5th through the 9th is the big push on awareness of the Tennessee Quit Week, and that is regarding smoking. And believe me, I've never been a smoker, but I know smokers, and it is extremely difficult to kick that habit.
Okay.
And this really shines a light on getting help if you want to quit. Don't do it. I'm sorry to say this because you should do it for your kids, but don't let the initiative be because of your family, because of your aunt, your best buddy at the bar. It has to be you.
Yes.
You make that decision. You are the one that's going to do the work, and it is work, folks. It is not easy. Now, our Warren County Health Department. Do I have that right? It's Warren County, not it's the city. They do have cessation aids. Now that means they have products that help you quit smoking by gradually limiting the amount of nicotine in your system.
Okay.
Because when you quit smoking, you do have withdrawal. You do crave that nicotine, and it's not something that you can just say, "Oh, I'm going to quit tomorrow." There have been people who do it cold turkey, but it's not as successful as having support. And during this week, if you contact our health department, they can get you in touch with supports.
Okay.
That you can call them.
Yeah.
And say, "Hey, I'm really needing a cigarette. I just finished a meal. And they can help you kind of talk you down.
Yeah. Like get you back. It's your smoking buddy. They be like, dude, you got this. You don't need that because again, it's no different than Again, I admit it. I know this isn't a cigarette, but I'm addicted to drinking Coke in the morning, and that's one of the things. When I changed my life, I was like, I can't take that off my list. But if you get in a routine like smokers do, and like anybody does, where I gotta smoke when I wake up in the morning, I gotta smoke when I drink a beer, whatever it is that you do, it's a routine that's the biggest thing to change in anybody's life, and it's not easy. It's just not easy.
And I have heard the expression, "Oh, all you're doing is giving up one addiction for another addiction." Meaning, so Kelly is going to stop her caffeine overload from her Coke and her sugar overload from her Coke, and she's going to replace it with something else. Now, it may even be something healthy. Maybe she's going to run 2 miles a day.
Or drink water instead.
But wait, I'm going to go with the exercise.
Okay, exercise, okay.
Run 2 miles every day instead of that Coke. When she gets home, she's going to drink her 50 ounces of water.
Oh, well, thank you.
So it's, yes, you are
replacing
exchanging one habit for another habit. Sometimes we just need to look at the healthier habit.
Get like you say, get rid of the bad habit for a better, like a healthier one.
And
there's nothing wrong with that.
It can be gradual. She can go from 3 bottles of Coke in the morning down to 1.
Well, actually, I'm down to like 3 bottles a week.
Wow.
So that when I got on the shot, that's what it kind of helped me. Again, I'll sip on this all day, and then Sunday tomorrow. I mean,
that's amazing.
And I don't mind if it's hot or cold, which a lot of people are like.
Yeah, I don't drink soda, but when I used to drink ginger ale, I can't have caffeine, and I could.
I love ginger ale.
I would leave it sit out. We had that discussion. I would leave it sit out and drink it, and it wouldn't be. But the first step has to be taken by you.
Yep, and
it
for
really
you.
It does, and by you and for you. Knowing, we all know this, and we've known it for 50 years, if not more, that smoking is right up there in the first class with disease. And we all know that.
Yeah.
And disease translates into death.
Yes.
So just because your neighbor had lung cancer and never smoked a day in her life does not mean that the smoking will not affect you.
No.
It will.
Yeah.
It will. And you can
It
get a
is
picture
affecting
of your
you.
lung. It is, and it's affecting you in more than just your health. Understand, it affects you in a lot of different areas.
And I always tell people, because, I'm not a smoker, and my brother is a smoker, and, that's one of the, it's never a hot debate, but, the damage that you do on your body, it stunts the growth. If you look at all these things, it also is really dangerous when you smoke around your kids, your family, any of your family members. We're just going to say, because, some people might be somewhat allergic. Some people might, have bad asthma issues. There's so many things, it creates bad, our air isn't clean anymore.
It affects your skin. It affects your ability to exercise, even if you want to exercise.
Right.
On a bit of good news, young people, there are all these studies that are out that are talking about young people are not taking up tobacco smoking, which is really, really good.
Yeah.
So it's just older folks that
have
the biggest issue with that. But they're going to vaping.
They're going
But
to
the research on vaping indicates that it influences your body and your brain just as much as the nicotine does.
And some worse is what I'm
yes.
hearing.
Well, depending
and it
upon
also,
what you smoke.
Yeah, and then last year, correct me if I'm wrong on this age, a 16-year-old passed away for vaping.
Yes.
There's a lot more quicker deaths in young kids in smoking situations with specifically vaping. Because they're either not doing it, I don't want to say right or wrong, but they're something that's not.
Well, they're immersed.
Yeah.
They're immersed in vaping. They don't just, a person could have a cigarette during say you have a job, during his morning break, during lunch, but with vaping, you see them having it in their mouth when they're driving, when they're walking, when they're, again, it's their choice. It is their choice to make. And I don't know that coming down hard on a person.
It's just, I think the big thing for kids is it goes back to that old saying that we all grew up in school. Knowledge is power. And if you educate, again, it's no different than a parent. I have 2 kids. I parent them the same way. I educate them the same way. Each kid will always turn out different because they heard it 2 different ways. If the world could have 2 kids that acted the same, don't you think everybody would be like, oh my gosh, my 2 kids are amazing. They're great, which they are. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, this is where the struggle is. So as adults and anybody that's listening, educate these kids, educate anybody that's doing these things to their body, and you just hope and pray that when the time comes that they make the right decision. And let me tell you, I know a lot of kids that when they heard about the 16-year-old child or 16-year-old
boy,
male, young adult, died. A lot of heads got turned, and I don't want to lose any more people for this, but unfortunately, it did. Fortunately and unfortunately, because of this death, until it happens to you personally, that's when you make the decision for yourself. And I just hate, when I hear people having lung diseases and things like that, you think, okay, what's the factor in it? And 9 times out of 10, people go, well, are they a smoker? That's the stigma.
It is. And that's the first question usually people are asked.
Yes. But again, I think that y'all need to look up, Brian did share the Tennessee quit from the Tennessee Department of Health link. It's right there. Make sure you can go to their Instagram page. You can follow us here on Facebook and tag somebody. Just always educate. And I always say stay open-minded as well, because the best way to talk to kids is to be open-minded, because they always assume, well, you're just against me because of your generation. It's another stigma. No, boo-boo. I was your age too. It happens. And we have to, learn and grow with what's happening in this world. And we have to stay on top of it, because I'll be honest, back then, it was just smoking. There was no vaping. And now vaping is becoming more prevalent, and deaths are happening quicker because there's not enough studies on it still. And go ahead, Brian. Sorry, I'm going to go on my rant.
This thing that I'm showing the audience there.
Yeah.
It's from WSMV News Channel 4. And so it says the headline says Tennessee Youth Survey finds teens vape twice as much as adults.
Mhm.
The CDC states young people use vapes and e-cigarettes more than any other tobacco product. And it goes on, and this is straight out of Knoxville, so very reputable.
Yeah.
But guys, we have to be aware that it's here, and that's why we've taken a stance on going ahead and exploring, finding more out about what is Kratom, what are cannabinoids, what are these vapes containing, and who's doing it, because I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a rise in vape shops here in Warren County.
Oh, girl, I know.
It's beginning to rival churches.
Yes. Oh,
yeah. And Subways and dollar stores, right?
I don't know how, I truly don't know how people afford to smoke.
One. Mm-hmm.
But two, how they afford to vape. These kids, how do they afford to vape?
Well, there's something about it, and the kids continue to do it. And another question is, how is it affecting our schools? We don't. There's no statistical data that we're aware of that you can find out about how many vapes are being confiscated. Again, we don't want to know the names of the children or anything like that.
Yeah.
We understand, but as parents, we want to know what our kids are contending with in the schools. Drugs, alcohol, whatever it may be, bullying, fist fighting.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. We want to know what our
Open
kids
communication.
Yes.
I know when I'll say this student was in the high school and got in trouble, and he had to put a certain product into a closet. And I don't know how they do it now, but he let me know that there was it was full of vapes at that time. Now, this was about 4 or 5, 6 years ago, give and take, okay? Because I'm not going to tell you who, but because I don't want to get him in trouble. But, he got in trouble for having a vape, and he had to put it up. And he saw all so I can only imagine if it was almost, now again, maybe it wasn't a full closet. Let's give the benefit of the doubt. It might have been a half a closet, because we do overemphasize. But that was 4 or 6 years ago. Think about now. And then we just, the sheriff's department, the city and county police just finally wrapped up that undercover investigation with all the gas stations and other vape shops. And out of the 2030, there was like 6 or 7 that passed with flying colors, and the rest didn't. And they had underage selling. So this is, if no one does not, again, I say this, if we don't open our eyes about what's going on in the homeless, or open our eyes about the vaping, open our eyes about these nonprofits getting cut, we're gonna lose that coming to home, feel.
And
it's going to be government ran. Yes.
So we need to encourage that kind of behavior. And there's no guarantee when you raise your children.
Right.
But kids learn what they live.
Yes.
Kids learn what they live. Their environment is so important to how they look at the world and how they look at themselves, how they develop their self-esteem. Nowadays, you were mentioning bullying. Nowadays, it is so important for children to understand how.
Yeah.
How? I need a strategy to reinforce the way I feel about myself.
Yeah.
I can't listen to all this stuff that's going around.
No. All the noise.
Misinformation, a cyber world that we live in,
where
things are not. But how do you explain it to a child who that's all they've known? They didn't grow up in the old days where you blotted out, or you tell them I'm rubber, you're glue. Things like that. So there's so much of it. But thank you so much for bringing this to the forefront and letting us know about the quitting. And again, there's more things, and we'll be talking about this for the rest of the year, because until we get some answers. Again, a shout out to Sheriff McDaniel and his staff for going ahead and making these wellness checks, making sure that people are following the laws, because we do have some laws, and we need to make sure that everybody
following them,
because our children are at risk of this.
Yeah, and if you can have all the laws in the world, you can have every regulation you want, but if they are not enforced, as you just said, with insanity going around, if they're not enforced, it only is detrimental to our community.
Exactly. And I was going to say, if anybody wants to learn more about cannabis or kratom, We had an amazing talk this week with Drew Barrett from Leaf Dispensaries on Tuesday. And that first 15, 20 minutes of the show, we didn't take any breaks because he was very informative, very well educated, and very well certified, especially with the government tapping on his shoulder for some Q&As. And I want everybody to understand, and I don't think I mentioned this on the show, when you go to a gas station to buy vapes and you don't realize what's in it, and you're okay to buy Cranum or whatever there without knowing the certification, the certificates, and all these things. So are you okay with going to the doctor at a gas station, getting your checkup at the gas station? Are you okay getting your weight loss shots, your Botox shots, I mean, I'm going to throw it on. Do you want to, make it easier on us. If it's cheaper at the gas station, you get what you pay for.
It's like when they put the water in front of the water director in Flint, Michigan and said, hey, why don't you have a drink of this?
Right.
And he wouldn't drink it.
Right.
He would not drink it. And that's what people are putting into their bodies. They don't know exactly what they're doing. And that's foolishness.
And then I want to also make this other point that, and I don't mean this in any disrespect or, discriminating whatsoever, but when, as we're following the stories of the people that have been busted on these accounts, and now one of the trial dates have to be postponed because of translation issues.
Correct.
I go back to this, and I don't mean this disrespect. If you own a shop here in McMinnville or in all of America, and you are selling this to underage people in vape shops, and I go up there and I'm like, can I have da-da-da? And he says, yeah, sure you can. Well, if you can understand what I'm saying, why can't you understand what I'm saying at the courthouse? What has changed? So if if they cannot understand what is being said in court by law, then they don't need to be selling it in their gas station. And I'm being that as nice as I can be on that, because I think that's just simplified. I think it's great people want to move to America and create this new life and be in the freedoms of what they didn't have in their countries.
But I appreciate that perspective.
But at the same time, it bothers me that you're okay with selling it to any of us.
Well, and if it's addictive, you're enslaving our youth. I mean, come on. That's not American.
If this was in the 50s, if this was in the 1950s,
preach,
we would say that's a communist threat. All those people selling that stuff to our youth, that's a communist threat.
Oh, yeah.
And they're undermining everything that nowadays, anything goes.
Anything goes. And if you call them that now, then we get bashed for it. And the people that are just trying to protect our communities, get reprimanded because we are being, a defamation of some sort.
Right.
But luckily we are protected on the freedom of right speech. But I just want everybody to know, as Americans.
But in fact, sometimes straight talk is straight talk.
Yeah. And it's not meaning in a hateful way.
Honesty is honesty, and there's no bias attached to it.
Megan Garwood writes, language spoken in court is different than general English. And look, it takes an attorney, it takes an accountant to read these bills and laws and things like that. I understand, and we understand.
Understand 100%, Megan.
The difference between the general English. But again, it shows a concern about the community, because if you know that this stuff, and that's what makes Drew's dispensary different than a lot of the other places that we've been told about, because he has a vested interest in the community. He's from here. He wants to make sure that he does everything, and he reached out to us. He reached out to us about this because he wanted to educate folks. And guys, with all the distrust in the government, with the FDA, with everything that's going on, hey, look, we just flipped the food pyramid yesterday, and that should be the biggest story in the last 60 years. Yes. Oh,
okay, wait, well, let's finish this up. Okay.
Okay, we'll talk about that in the next segment, but I want to go ahead and throw Megan back in here.
Yeah.
I
totally agree.
Entitled to an interpreter.
100%.
They need someone to interpret what the lawyer is saying to them. And yes,
I even need an interpreter if I was going to court with a lawyer saying I don't know nothing about the government stuff.
We want to follow behind and find out. But again, we want to make sure that if you're selling this, I mean,
you need to understand what
alcohol,
it is.
Like, everybody who has served alcohol in the state of Tennessee is supposed to be TABC certified.
Yeah.
And so take a class on it. So maybe that's legislation that we need to push and make sure that anybody who sells this stuff, and again, we don't know what's in it.
Yeah.
And then one of the neat things, Drew took me back to the vault.
That's right, he did.
And they showed me how they process everything. And it's not they're doing it in house,
Yeah.
so they know exactly what they're dealing with. It's not something that comes pre-manufactured over there. So again, thank you.
Thank you for your comments, Megan. I really do appreciate it.
We love to hear about what's going on. So if you
I just hope I said it right.
But even if you can't catch us live, leave comments below, and always remember to like, share, and subscribe. We need to get more of this information out there, because you might hold the key to something that can help save our community.
Yeah, save our community. We are going to take another break. And then when we come back, I would like to talk about the food pyramid thing. I didn't know about this. Again, squirrel. And then
I could just reference this because that's occurring now.
Okay, go for it. You want to do Master Gardeners right quick? And
Yes.
Go ahead.
Master Gardener class. A lot of people are concerned. It is not being offered now, which it typically would be. It will not be offered to the fall. But understand, those folks who won the drawing at the fairgrounds for their scholarship, it will still be honored in the fall. And I have a host of names I have contacted to remind them it will be in the fall.
Okay.
So please don't just turn away from it. They're wonderful classes. Make sure you register for the fall.
Okay.
Yes, and you're going to love it, but it is a big deal. And they had some new people in the Tennessee Extension office over here. But Mr. Heath,
and that's our issue. Heath is not able right now to submit the time needed because he does all the agricultural education. He does all the chemical certifications.
Yes, he does.
And he is a much in demand man.
When it's fall and winter, this is the time when he is his busiest, and all as well as nurserymen and everybody else that's planting trees and things like that. Trust me on that.
We are blessed to have Mr. Heath Noakes in our community because he is a jewel.
Yes, he is.
Well, and he's funny too.
And can cook. We love you, Heath.
Well, we are going to take another quick break from a word from our sponsors, but when we get back, more things to come. And remember, Warren County, you work hard.
Tri-County Bank has been serving the people of this region for 53 years, and we are fully committed to the people and the communities that place their trust in us. McMinnville in Warren County is just one of the 9 counties that we serve. With 4 convenient branch locations, along with 7 ATM and ITM locations, you can be assured that Citizens Tri-County Bank is close by. Committed to you and committed to the communities we serve. It truly is what makes Citizens Tri-County Bank the only community bank you'll ever need. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is David Moore with Supreme Building Products. We've been your one-stop shopping center for lumber and building supplies since 1963. We're a family-owned business and operated and proudly served Warren counties for over 50 years. At Supreme, it's not just about great prices, but it's about exceptional service. Our customers are what's always supreme. From lumber to roofing to plumbing and paint, we have everything you need to build your dream home from the ground up. Whether you're a contractor, a homeowner, or a weekend warrior, our knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you at our state-of-the-art drive-through lumberyard. Visit us, please, at the corner of Highway 70 and North Spring Street. There's something for everyone at Supreme Building Products, where quality and customers come first, and the coffee's always free. And always be sure to shop local. Call us, please, at 473-9564.
Where we say the customer's always supreme. Supreme Building Products. Your one-stop shop for all your building needs. From the showroom to the lumberyard, a builder's dream. Professional sales and a great location with your guaranteed satisfaction. Where we say the customer's always supreme. Supreme Building Products. Supreme Building Products.
Oh, you hiding the mic from me. You're worse than my old co-host Duke Rice. He would be like, "Don't make me mute you." Because he would sometimes. But we are live once again at Juicy's Wellness and Cafe. If you have not come out here, I was going to try to read their daily specials, but I can't see it due to the light. Brian, can you see it on your end?
All right, it's the loaded cheesy potato wrap.
Ooh.
I can't read the other one, but I'm going to go to it.
Oh, yeah, you got the mic on. You can actually go over and read it without. Yeah. Oh my God. I would love to know what a big hot mess is.
Oh, wow.
Because I feel like that's what my hairdo is today.
That's what I feel like.
No, but.
You can get away with it, though.
Thank you. But before we get on to our next topic of discussion, just to wrap up our previous one about kratom and cannabis and vaping and all this thing, Megan also made another great point saying, I think the same thing that's wrong with the kratom is the same thing that's wrong with our food. We don't know who's touching it or how they are storing it before it comes out. And 100%. And another thing that we talked about in the interview with Drew Barrett with Leaf Dispensaries was back when smoking was a popular thing and then it started getting negative feedback. Well, the smoke companies, like he stated, man, we got to come up with something because this might,
diversify.
Yeah. So with that said, they started buying into General Mills and other food companies to, fix it. And so we made the joke saying Little Debbie is a gangster. Have you had a Little Debbie today? I mean, it is addictive food is just as addictive as cigarettes are, just going back. I mean, this is all, going in a circle. But one thing that you guys said that I was not aware of was that the food pyramid has now, did it change back to its old way?
Yes, well, here, I'm going to show it on the screen here. Let's go back to adding this on. But this
and by the way, Megan, love you, girl. Love all about you.
Yes, thank you, Megan.
Worse than the old.
So
the what?
Worse than the old.
So what we've got here is this is from NPR, so
okay.
People know exactly where we're taking
Thank you.
From. But this is RFK Jr.'s new food pyramid. Puts meat and cheese and vegetables at the top, so less processed food at the top.
Okay.
And if we can get rid of the GMOs and all the stuff like that, that'll be even better. But then it goes down to the more processed and refined foods at the bottom. It's a total flip of what we've all grown up with. If I can make this, I don't think that I can.
You get command and plus sign. Remember, I showed you.
I'm just seeing.
Oh, there you go. That worked. That looks great.
But yes, this is the new food pyramid. And now one of the problems that we have is there's been so many.
You're fine.
Ways that we've used all this processed and refined food and gotten all kinds of earmarked money that goes to that because it lasts longer. It's full of all kinds of additives and stuff to make it. So schools, I mean, this is
preservative and additives.
This is going to be a big conversion for our country to do this. But in doing this, this should encourage more local growth. As far as like growing foods,
farm to table.
Yes,
so our farmers here in Warren County getting back into cattle, that should cause a demand an increase. And there's subsidies was the word I was looking for. There are so many subsidies for the refined and processed foods. Now there should be subsidies that go to the farmers for fresh food, and that's very exciting. And so, guys, we've always known. This is the way the good Lord made the earth. And the experts will tell you, going into the grocery store and staying on the periphery.
That's right. Don't go in the aisles.
Produce, the meat, the dairy. Don't go in, the main aisles. And look, this is
prime example, lady, right here.
Health perfection right here. I'm not
Pickleball Pro.
She's and part of it's
whips David Moore into shape.
She doesn't eat a bunch of junk.
Yeah. And there was a show on Netflix with Zac Efron and one of his buddies, and they went around the world of all this, like the healthy things in the world that we take advantage of, essentially. And I can't remember what the show was called exactly, but I'll try to figure out and post it for you guys later. But
we take it for granted.
For example, I'm just going to throw this out because I always thought this was wild. As you all know, we can all buy bottles of water, right? Well, like in foreign countries, it is free. why are we buying bottled water? I thought that was the craziest thing. And also, what I thought was really interesting was there was they went, and I cannot remember. It's where we get they called it like the something diet, the color diet, the blue dot diet or something.
Yes.
But
it
this
started as the Mediterranean, but now
Yeah.
it's the blue.
You know what I'm talking
Yes,
about.
I do.
So this country that they speak of, this is where a lot of the oldest living human beings exist because they specifically eat only off the land. They grow it, they raise it, they clean it, they make it by hand. They like their bread, everything. And I can't.
But understand, the citizens in a
I was trying
civilized world.
Yeah.
Let's just stick with the United States.
Okay.
Will not give up.
Blues on
No.
that.
Yeah.
That's
Thank
it.
you.
That's it. Will not give up the freedoms that they have because we eat those types of foods. You need to look at the culture.
Mhm.
Their whole entire culture is different than ours.
Oh, it is 100%.
It is faith-based, and it is not. Every morning is not taken for granted.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's kind of the purpose of the day is to give God thanks for your daily bread and make it that day.
Every morning.
Well,
forget about what you don't have.
Yeah.
Give thanks for what you do.
So I checked GPT this, because with the blue zone
Right.
diet, it says people who live the longest lives tend to cluster in a few specific regions as the world known as the blue zones, which comes with the blue zone diet, and they live up to 90s and in their hundreds, often with good health and independence.
Yeah, it's disease free. That's the secret.
Oh, hey, let me give you for instance. So I've got a cousin that's Seventh-day Adventist. Seventh-day Adventists congregate in certain areas, and Linda Loma, California, is one of the places that there's more centenarians in Linda Loma, California, than there are any place else in the United States. But the thing about their culture is that they don't eat junk.
No.
And they take walks. And that's one of the big things, and that's part of.
They don't have caffeine either.
They don't have caffeine.
I know. Don't bash me on that now.
Bless my little cousin's heart. I don't want to put her business out, but she's 94. And she wound up having a colonoscopy. She said something's not right with my body.
Mm-hmm.
And no one does a colonoscopy on a 94-year-old, but she was right. She wound up having some tumors and polyps, and they were all benign. And I attribute that because of how healthy she has eaten all her life.
Of course.
So
but I found the statistics. It was called Sardinia, Italy.
Yeah.
That was it. I couldn't remember.
Italy, yeah.
And so then they broke it down. So comparing to what the new food pyramid is, look at this is what they eat in their civilization. And then it also showed, so of course we talked about lowering your sugar, adding your meats and fish and, poultry. Look at the dairy and the vegetables. Look at the fruits. Look at the whole grains. And then it even broke down where Okinawa, Japan. Look at what they do. This is the second largest. 67% sweet potatoes.
Wow.
And what did we just talk about? Their special today, Brian.
Oh yeah.
Was it a sweet potato or something?
Well, it's the loaded cheesy potato.
Well,
Yeah.
sorry, there's potatoes. I thought it was sweet potato. But
Hey guys, what's in the hot and big mess?
they can't hear when that thing.
Big hot mess.
Yeah.
Pineapple, orange, apple, and then sprinkled with cayenne pepper on top.
Exactly.
Pineapple,
That's not going to
orange,
be in my
apple,
body today.
And sprinkled with cayenne
Cayenne
pepper.
pepper.
So,
Oh.
and,
That makes it the hot mess.
well,
Yeah.
and cayenne pepper is actually good for you.
I know it
For
is,
some
but I
people,
can't.
it irritates their
And
GI
then,
tract.
and then lastly, I wanted to show in Greece, look at what they don't eat the most of and look what they eat a lot of. And this goes back to that swap of the food pyramid once again. So, and look, 70% greens, 20% other vegetables is their biggest one, goes down to fruits, potatoes, and I can never pronounce that word to save my
Legume. Right. Legume.
There you go. She said it, not I. And then they have, of course, it's Greece. They have olive oil. So, again, just to show you what, all these other countries are doing that have been successful to them.
Longevity.
Yes.
The thing is, I'm fortunate. When I grew up with a milk truck a meat truck, a bread truck, a vegetable truck, and a fruit truck. We didn't have a grocery store where I lived.
Or did y'all have a farmer's market?
No, farmers brought them to your house in the truck.
Okay.
I'm not exaggerating. And I remember our first grocery store. And my grandmother used to take me there in a wagon to buy groceries.
Yeah.
We didn't
So
have
you
anything
walked
like that. We
in
did.
the wagon.
I mean, on the way home, I had to walk. That's where
But
the
you,
grocery
yeah,
store-
she pulled you. Okay.
She
God,
did.
love
But
her.
now, my father-in-law, who is 102 years old and remarkably healthy,
Yeah.
fit, sound as a tack. I mean, he's unbelievable. He grew up during the Depression, obviously, 102, and he lived on farms in Georgia his whole life. They ate what they planted. They ate what they raised.
Mm-hmm.
He never ate processed foods
Ever?
till he served in World War.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
He never ate. But here's part of an issue. The processed foods use additives that enhance
Mm-hmm.
not just the color so it's more attractive, but the flavor.
Yes.
And people's sense, their taste buds are so used to these enhanced flavors that when you eat a regular sweet potato,
It's not
and
the same.
that's one of my favorite foods.
Yeah.
But if you just eat a sweet potato, you're like, oh, that's what it tastes like. They're good.
Mhm.
You don't need to put anything on them.
Yeah. You don't need to add water to a bag to make your potato.
Right.
You guys are familiar with Penn and Teller, the comedian.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Well, Ken Juliet, he lost a bunch of weight. He used to be a rather obese guy.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
lost a bunch of weight, but he talked about the potato diet because there's so many, like you said, Miss Dale, there's so many additives and enhancers
Mhm.
in our American diet that you don't know what real stuff tastes like.
Yeah.
So he said, try the potato diet. And lots of people are familiar with the potato
Just
diet.
eating potatoes.
You just eat baked potato. You don't put anything on it. Don't put any salt, butter, anything good. You just bake that baked potato, and you can slice it up. You
can take it on the go.
But the thing is, what it will do after a week or two is it will cause your brain to reset. And
Flavor.
Exactly. And so then after you finish that, after you get over the addiction, because
Mhm.
let's face it. People have sugar withdrawals. Who were we talking with and saying sugar was the greatest drug here in the United States?
Oh my gosh, we talked to so many people about this.
But
Sure
maybe
it
it was
is.
Paige Northcutt.
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah.
And so it's found in everything, and that's why we
Mhm.
said Little Debbie's a gangster because
Yeah.
I mean, how can you fight at Christmas time those Christmas tree
I
cakes?
have never had a Little Debbie's in my life.
Don't do it.
I didn't
Don't
know
do
what Heath.
Don't join the dark side.
We were talking about Heath
Uh-huh.
at the extension, the agent. He loved Little Debbie's, and one day he said, "All you have to do is give people Little Debbie's," and I was like, I thought it was a kid. I didn't know what a Little Debbie's was.
Tiny
You're like, what are you
I
pushing?
said, a
Child
little
trafficking.
Debbie?
It is a Tennessee thing.
Yeah.
It must be because I didn't have them up in Northeast Pennsylvania.
Oh, well, yeah.
So I mean, I don't know, and I've never had one. They. Oh, I look at it. And
That's the way we probably should feel about
I
the,
do. I look at
about-
it and I think, what's that doing to my
about this
cells?
monstrosity.
Yeah,
my body?
yeah.
But on another note, you do not need to be skinny in order to be fit
Or happy.
or happy.
I always say that. That's the
Or
biggest.
happy.
A lot of people think that you need to be skinny in
No.
order to be happy, and that's
No.
not true.
No.
It's something you feel. It's
Oh,
how
that's
you feel.
intrinsic. Happiness is intrinsic.
Yeah, like when I like again, you know, we're going to talk a lot about his weight loss journey as the year goes through, but you know, this was on for me 10 years to get where I'm at now. Like I am at my happiest because of everything else I'm doing. It's not just the weight I've lost. Now, has that helped? Yes, but there's a hump I had to get over because I just felt when I, not only with what's going around me in my life, but when I was at my heaviest, I felt more weighed down than ever, you know, not because I was physically, but that physicalness turned into a mentalness, and I had to let that go.
But you need to understand that circulation is what feeds your brain, right?
Okay.
When you have excess fatty tissue,
Uh-huh.
it inhibits your circulation. Guess what it does? Those neurons don't get enough. I just did a seminar on dementia. The only reason I know
Look
that
at you.
those neurons have to slosh through that stuff.
Yeah.
So every pound you lose, every pound you lose helps your circulation, helps
Yeah.
your mental
Yeah.
stability and cognitive.
It creates another roadway to
resiliency.
what it needs to
Well,
be.
keeping you moving, and it's easier to move when you weigh less than when you weigh more, and that keeping your joints. I've got a person very, very close to me who I love dearly, and they're getting ready to go under the knife for a knee
Yeah.
replacement, and it's like, you hate to see somebody who can't move.
Mhm.
And guys, I'm going to go ahead and just be flat. Jesus Christ, He brings peace.
Yeah.
And when you're in tune with Jesus, and one of my favorite
Preach.
characters in the Bible is Enoch. He walked with God daily, and he's one of the few people that didn't experience death in the Bible.
Yep.
And so God took him. But imagine the clarity, and we see this in mental health as a behavioral health nurse, getting people out moving around.
Yeah.
If you want to
Out in the
change yourself,
sun.
you get out in that sun, you start walking around, because that's the way God made you.
That's
to
my
be.
father-in-law every single day. He didn't
Yeah.
care. When it was 20 degrees,
He was
my
walking.
father-in-law was out there walking.
Really?
Yeah, you should see in the summertime, he practically lives outside. He's brown as a berry, although I have to say, he never wears a hat, and now we have to take him back for 2 spots on his forehead.
Well, if that's the worst thing at
102,
102, I'm okay with that. It's a little cosmetic surgery, get a brow lift at that time.
Yeah.
That's true. But in fact, my tournament weight is 10 pounds less than my normal weight. If that makes sense. Because, as you pointed out, put 2 5-pound bags of flour strapped to your body and you try moving around that, you feel it.
Well, yeah. Well, that's one of the great things. And guys, we are talking about this, and we're at Juicy's of all places.
What's great?
And-
That's wonderful.
And they serve nothing but natural food.
Clean.
And you
Clean
can see
food.
them make
Exactly.
it.
They'll make it right before your eyes.
Clean
And
food.
we want to thank Miss Mary and let her know that
Yeah.
we're thinking about her today. Because
Sending out in our prayers,
we
baby.
love her, and she's got a wonderful group of ladies here
Yep.
that do such an amazing job, and we're just very proud
We are.
that we get to be here and be part of this awesome organization.
Exactly. We are going to take another quick break from a word from our sponsors, but when we get back, we are going to talk about
Senior Olympics.
Senior Olympics. So I cannot wait to talk about that, and then also some games that are coming up as well. But remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Come join us at 110 East Main Street for a farm-to-table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from-scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powder, sugars, or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Tri-County Bank has been serving the people of this region for 53 years, and we are fully committed to the people and the communities that place their trust in us. McMinnville in Warren County is just one of the 9 counties that we serve. With 4 convenient branch locations, along with 7 ATM and ITM locations, you can be assured that Citizens Tri-County Bank is close by. Committed to you and committed to the communities we serve. It truly is what makes Citizens Tri-County Bank the only community bank you will ever need. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is David Moore with Supreme Building Products. We've been your one-stop shopping center for lumber and building supplies since 1963. We're a family-owned business and operated and proudly served Warren counties for over 50 years. At Supreme, it's not just about great prices, but it's about exceptional service. Our customers are what's always supreme. From lumber to roofing to plumbing and paint, we have everything you need to build your dream home from the ground up. Whether you're a contractor, a homeowner, or a weekend warrior, our knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you at our state-of-the-art drive-through lumberyard. Visit us, please, at the corner of Highway 70 and North Spring Street. There's something for everyone at Supreme Building Products, where quality and customers come first, and the coffee's always free. And always be sure to shop local. Call us, please, at 473-9564.
Where we say the customer's always supreme. Supreme Building Products. Your one-stop shop for all your building needs. From the showroom to the lumberyard, a builder's dream. Professional sales and a great location with your guaranteed satisfaction. Where we say the customer's always supreme. Supreme Building Products. Supreme Building Products.
If you like them, but there are some people who don't.
Welcome back, Warren First 931. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter. We're going to do a quick weather update right now while we're here at Juicy's One. We want to say a big thank you to Ford, our community weather sponsors, which is Reddick Brown Ford. And we also want to say with that, if you are a nurseryman out there or a construction, contractor or anything, and you need one of those durable vehicles to get you to and fro places, let me tell you, there's big things happening at Ford right now locally here where they're going to kind of switch around like it used to be back in the heyday, where it was more good for the rural communities on vehicles.
Well, look, if you look at these gas-powered vehicles that are still around, and you look at the energy, you look at what happened in Argentina or Venezuela. And you look at Venezuela, and you look at it. Looks like we're going to have gas for a long time to come at a great rate. So here we are talking about the food pyramid and changing things. So our farmers, you are the lifeblood of our country. We got to get you involved with that. Ford is helping you out because they've got all kinds of vehicles that will fit what you're trying to do. And guys, you can do it in style too. But thank you, Reddick Ford Brown, for being our weather sponsor. It is currently 63 degrees in Warren County, and we're looking at a high of 67. So I know these nurserymen are getting some work done today.
Oh my gosh, yes. Especially they're planning for the bad weather that may be coming tomorrow and Saturday. But next thing we want to talk about with Miss Dale, because she has a slew of stuff to talk about, and I absolutely love it, is the Senior Olympics. That is coming up.
It is coming up, but before that, you reminded me.
Oh.
As a Master Gardener plug, remember, be vigilant in your plants, because with this warm weather,
yes, please tell me,
it can create some early budding.
It has on mine.
Absolutely. I looked at mine, and I was, because we were gone for 3
and then they
weeks,
died, by the way.
That's what happened.
Yeah, I had a little bud, and then all of a sudden it went from here to.
Well, they don't have enough daylight.
Yeah.
There's not enough sunlight to create the bloom.
Yeah.
But remember, Sunday, if you have buds that are still good, healthy, remember Sunday is going to be 32. So you'll want to cover them if you want to save them, because they will go. They will die, like Kelly just said. They will die. Anyway, thank you. Senior Olympics. I want to put again for that. Senior Olympics are for anybody. You don't have to be 70 or 80 or 90, 50 plus. If you have a passion for a sport, and I'm talking running, softball, volleyball, chair volleyball, pickleball, tennis, rowing, that thing where you throw it in the hole on the
cornhole.
Cornhole. I never heard of that.
By the way, that was a northern thing, not a southern thing, and you should know that now, Miss Dale.
No, we never had cornhole in the mountains of Pennsylvania. But
it was called horseshoes back then.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, that's another one.
And bowling, and horseshoes. all of these sports are available for senior Olympians. And some people don't recognize the fact that you pay one fee. So you pay your $35.
Mm.
You may participate in as many of those events as you want. There are a few that have extra costs because, like archery,
Yeah.
because they supply everything if you don't bring your own.
Mhm.
So there might be a little extra cost in that. But we have a lot of archery professionals around
Wow.
Warren County.
Hmm.
And you compete, and it's a wonderful atmosphere. I'm extremely competitive.
Oh, I know.
But it is very, very friendly,
Yeah.
congenial. You couldn't ask for nicer people, and they can say to you, "Hey, I have a suggestion," and you could do that, and you could beat them.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, but check out the Senior Olympics. Go on your computer or your phone, and it's Tennessee Senior Olympics, and tons of play, and they're all over.
Yeah.
They're all over. They're
That's what y'all guys are seeing right now that Brian's sharing
Yeah,
online.
this is Upper Cumberland, and there's Warren County right in the middle of things.
Yes.
And I
Upper
love
Cumberland
it.
Click on that
is
picture
is
of
around
that profile.
Crossville.
Yeah,
It's up
click
around
on it.
Crossville.
So these are, I'm assuming, the counties that it covers are here.
Yes.
Okay.
And districts are beginning early this year.
Okay.
But to qualify for states and to qualify for nationals, and folks, you can do it. I go to the senior center. I see those people playing cornhole. They're unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable. And you can do it.
Yeah.
You can compete, and it's just so much fun. It really is.
Well, there
So,
you go.
That's my plug for senior
For Senior
Olympics.
Olympics. I love it.
And
then,
while piggybacking off of that one, you want to talk about the FCE,
tournament?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, all right. FCE, the acronym stands for Family and Community Education. It has, thank you, it
You're
has
welcome.
changed so much in the last 60 years. In the beginning, it was a homemakers. My grandmother belonged to the homemakers, okay, club. Now it's about community and family education. And we do a lot of activities that encourage not just seniors, but people who may not otherwise be social to participate in. We work the blood mobiles. We do the assurance blood, and we do the Red Cross. We do the food pantries. We do the Women's Resource Center we were talking about, the Pregnancy Center. FCE does all of these things, and we now have developed a chair volleyball league.
Oh.
Now, folks, I know it just sounds ridiculous, but when we have gatherings at our house, we play chair volleyball. And they look
I've
at me
played
like,
chair volleyball.
you have 3 heads, but they love it. It is so much fun. You can't, your 2 cheeks, you have to stay at least 1 cheek on the seat. And we play with a beach ball.
Okay.
Now, it's a regulated, mandatory 20-inch beach ball. But we are going to be having a tournament, and there's some rumor, some grapevine rumor, that our senior center may want to become involved in chair volleyball. And going to the senior center, I see a lot of people who could benefit by an activity that their upper body is doing all the work.
Yeah.
Now, and it's cognitive as well.
Yes.
It is scored. So we, the FCE of Warren, the multiple FCEs in Warren County, are going to be, there you go.
I want to share this with the public
Yes,
here so they
very
know
good.
what we're talking about here.
Are going to be sponsoring a tournament in the upcoming, not till next month probably, with all the holidays.
Yeah,
we've
trying to
gotten
get
out of
through
it.
that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But so keep your ears open, and anybody who is in FCE can tell you about this. You know, can explain what this is all about. And believe me, we have people. We practice Tuesday afternoons.
There's our family
There
right
you go.
there. Yes.
There you go. And
boy.
there are people that can play for an hour and then they are exhausted.
Yeah.
But the more you play, the more endurance you achieve. So it's
Creating those good endorphins.
That's exactly right.
Everybody
Don't
wants
think
endorphins.
it's a game that you just pick your finger and use your because it's not. It does take some energy, but you will build.
Yeah.
You'll build, and when you build your susceptibility to endorphins, it happens faster.
Yeah.
It happens faster.
Yes.
So it's important that you endeavor to do that.
Yeah.
But FCE is also, we're in the beginning stages of developing a mail-in member. Because so many of my friends still work and they cannot come to our meetings.
Yeah.
And the DIPRL FCE has it so that it's all the teachers at their school, so they could do it afterwards. But that's pretty far out for a lot of people, to go to at 4:30 in the afternoon. But this mail-in program, you'll be a member, you'll pay your dues, and you would be expected to participate in your events, in our events. But we would get you informed about what's happening through the mail and through email, through both. So it's a wonderful opportunity to become involved in a community organization.
Yeah, I love that.
So.
Well, I have to brag on
absolutely
not for my mom. She loves being part of the FCE.
Yes.
And Mary Payne, who you saw, and those are her pictures, by the way, and another great community resource. And now she's part of the Magnus Library with the children's department.
Right.
So we've got so many movers and shakers. But let me tell you about this chair volleyball. Yeah. My mom loves it, and because she's got a bad knee right now, it really keeps her active and alive, and she looks forward to it. But the first time that they went to the real competition, Mr. Roy, Miss Dale's lesser half, because we got the best right here, but Mr. Roy, wonderful gentleman, her husband, he is savage when it comes to playing chair volleyball. He'll spike it in an old lady's face.
Hey, our philosophy is, if you're not willing to play the game, don't be there.
I bet these folks poop talk to each other all the time.
I would only imagine.
But
it's almost like dodgeball.
Your mom is so good in her position, in that seat, that front right seat. She gets balls that were mishit off the back row, mishit. Other people, because she has good tracking. Good tracking.
Well, it's because she had to watch 3 Wild Boys all the time.
There you go.
We didn't break something.
There you go. But there are so many opportunities to become involved in our community.
Yeah.
And if you say send $1, if you only pick one organization to help out, to join.
Well, while we got you here and talking about this, what other things, because I know you got the Senior Olympics and you're going to be doing chair volleyball, but you guys did a country last year, and that's how we kind of got
Belgium.
And so you're.
I will never forget that country.
When is that going to?
International Day. That's in the spring.
Okay, that's in the spring. So
what are we in now?
Oh, we're in
so we're in real spring. Real spring summer. Not. To me, it feels like summer out there now.
I know.
So,
but there's you've always got something going on.
And there's crafts. There's the first Monday of every month. There's a craft, and it goes from making baskets to making pot holders.
Oh, okay.
It's absolutely amazing, and the leadership of the craft, it's amazing. But I was just saying I did seminars, and as a matter of fact, I did one for the retired teachers on dementia.
Yeah.
And I first became interested in that was through an FCE endeavor.
Sure enough.
That I became so interested in it.
That's cool.
And we have wonderful retreats, and we cover a vast arena. It isn't just one little speck that we cover?
Oh,
you know,
art,
Yes.
art competitions,
Yes.
To cooking, to all this, and guys,
sewing, everything.
the food is incredible. If you're part of these, and that's kind of the thing. It's like a church potluck on steroids.
Oh yes, it is. That's the best way to explain
I
it.
think that was the bottom line for my husband to join. He is the only man in FCE
He is.
now. But,
He is a very smart man. Too.
but he loves that cooking. He
Yeah.
loves that cooking. And let me tell you, the women, I think at first they were reticent to let a man in. We don't talk about anything that men wouldn't be interested in anyway. But now they love him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now they love him because he does all the things for them.
well, there's always some chivalry that goes in when you have
Yes.
that many women.
That's a good word.
And we need that. That needs to be part of our regular decor. That's why I'm not wearing a hat today, guys. I cannot stand wearing a hat in a public building as a man. I don't care how my hair looks.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what that won me? It won me my wife. That was the thing that she said. You know,
That sold it.
there's something different about this guy.
Right.
And,
I love
and so,
it.
but having Mr. Roy there, and like I said, he's savage on the on the chair volleyball court.
But
Hence
you're-
why they are so
you're
good
right
together.
About hats, I've noticed, and I'm not disparaging the Southern male,
Mhm.
okay, but they wear their hats inside all the time. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't
My
matter
husband's
if it's
one of 'em.
church or if it's the courthouse.
Well, and I know there's a lot of my buddies that have lost their hair, and they're self conscious about it.
Oh.
And I'll tell you, you got to get over it. You're a man, and we need to be bringing men stuff back, opening doors for ladies,
Mhm.
taking care of.
I don't go
children.
to a door unless if there's a man there, the man opens it.
That's your job. And the thing is, as men, we haven't been training the younger men
Mhm.
to do these things. We haven't been good at
My husband does that with my little boy. He makes us open the door for him.
I did it with
and
my
little girl.
grandchildren and my great grandchildren.
My dad would make sure that we would open the door from our mom.
Yeah.
And as kids, and so
It starts with the parents.
And if I'm with Kelly, even if Kelly's driving, I feel
Yeah.
the need to want to open.
And
the
I'm
door
like, you don't
for
have
her,
to.
Roy doesn't do that because of his knees, although the stem cell therapy he just had is remarkable. I'd like to give testament to that because, I mean, I don't know how it does for everybody, but it's remarkable.
It's done amazing for him.
We'll be eating peanut butter and jelly for the next year.
Well,
because
hey,
insurance
at least
doesn't
you're
pay for it.
walking.
No,
At least,
no.
at least
Well,
he's
that's
getting
what I
around. That's
Yeah.
But understand, it's not just the male population. The women express to me that's demeaning. That's demeaning. I'm as good as they are. I can open a door just as easily
Yeah.
as they. So it's not just the male population
Yeah.
or the quote unquote training. Women need to learn to appreciate. That's not true. I apologize.
Need to remember it.
I need to. Women don't need to do anything, but we, as a group of women, need to learn to appreciate when someone does something kind for you.
Yeah.
That's all it is a consideration.
It's like
and a kindness.
reprogramming
It's
in the
not-
good way.
Right.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's not demeaning.
No.
Well, no, and that's the thing. Decorum should be something that is culturally, and the thing is that's the thing. Our culture has degraded, and that's why we're having these stories about underage people buying stuff and about how the decline of our culture. And you see that in our etiquette. Etiquette lets people know what standard we live at, what standard our culture is at, and we don't have enough etiquette, in my opinion, in our community.
I don't think we teach it enough. And, we talk about all these new things that we should teach, not just with the parents, but with the schools. Like, did they bring back like home economic or the home classes?
Home ec, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know that they do that. But
I
I don't
remember
know
the
that they
year.
even teach
My
that.
boys all learned how to sew. I mean, I taught them how to sew, but they all learned to sew in school. They all
Yeah.
learned
Sure
to
enough.
cook
Yeah.
in school.
See, when I was in high school, when I became it was either sophomore or junior year. That was the year that they got rid of it.
Oh,
Like the next year, I was so excited, and I'm like, "Oh, what happened to so and so's class?" And they're like, "Oh, they done away with it." And that's where you learn. Yeah, and I was like, oh, "Okay." So I graduated in 03.
okay.
So it had to be in the 2000
Right,
mark somewhere,
right.
right there. But I just thought, when you have that stuff, you learn that somehow you teach that chivalry. You teach, those classes where how to set it, as silly as it sounds, How do you set up a table? Do you know how the place setting's supposed to go, guys?
Yeah.
Where the plate and the cup and the silverware? That's a thing.
And knowing that when they come, if you're at a formal dinner, leave your silverware on your plate, because that's why they have multiple forks for each serving or each course.
Yeah.
And,
Now, have you ever been at a formal gathering, whether it be an event of an organization or in a home? We do, a lot of fundraisers in people's homes,
Yeah.
but they're more formal. And you'll see people not even pick the napkin up. Not even put it on your lap. I don't
They
care
won't
if
even
you
touch
tuck
it.
it in your shirt if you haven't.
They don't touch it at all.
They don't touch it at all.
And I'm just like, where are you going, bud?
Well, I'm wondering, like, where like, it's dripping. Like, for you, it would be dripping off your. And Roy has a mustache, and I'm constantly going.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like nowadays that I carry this bib everywhere I go,
Right.
I have to tuck it and clean it anywhere I go. And I'm not offended if somebody says, "Hey, Brian, you have something in your beard. Hey, Brian, you got something in your nose. Hey, Brian, you smell a little rank.
Hey,
please let me know." And guys,
zip up, not down, bro.
I have coffee.
I always say that to my friends. Hey, bro, you need to zip up, not down.
Well, if you say
and then
XYZ,
they're like, "Oh, thanks."
Do you guys know XYZ?
Mm-mm.
If you tell somebody, "Hey, XYZ,"
yes,
that's examine your zipper.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. Well,
I've never. I'm gonna bring that back.
And the barn door's open. Hey,
I say
barn
that
door's
too.
open.
Barn door's
You know
open.
what else? People that their tag is sticking out of their shirt.
Hey.
I don't care if I don't know them. I don't care if they're 2 years old or if they're 52 years old. I go up and say, I'm not getting friendly. I'm just tucking your tag. And they're like, I can't believe nobody else told me
People
that. Everybody
appreciate
appreciates.
Yeah.
Well, listen, my wife, I'm taller than her, so she doesn't even care to look at what I
Plus
got.
your hair's
But when
normally
I
down.
go to church, people would say, "Oh, Brian, let me help you out there," and fix my collar. Thank you, wonderful people. No, this is the thing. We are a community, and there should be some community expectations. And there's a huge chasm between the older generation and the younger generation. Guys, let's fill that gap in. Let's bridge these customs.
Educate.
We are. My
Society.
husband and I are at Hamilton Street. All the time. We just we transported and chaperoned a skating party for them on Monday, 80 kids. And you would be amazed at how many of them aren't aware of the subtle niceties. And it's difficult to tell them because we know that they have never been nurtured to that extent.
Yeah.
So, but Lisa Harding, she takes it upon herself and says, "Hey,
She
bub,
does.
you need a shower. You need clothes. You need underwear. You need whatever.
What do you need?
What do you need?
I
You
got
need
you.
soap. I got your back." But we don't feel comfortable doing that. But she can do it.
Yeah.
She can do it. Now, once we get to know the kids, then you can do it.
Then you know.
And it's little things like that, and that's why I love the program, the Men with Manners program that they're doing over there at the Hamilton Street.
Yes.
And that's one of the things that we talked about when we went to the bowling alley a few months back. Is that hey, we're men, we need to treat women with respect, and you can tell a man who knows how to respect a woman by the little things that they do.
That's right.
And that's what we're getting at, guys. We want to make sure that everybody else. So if you have suggestions, maybe we'll make a post about is it old fashioned or not, and see what people.
I like that idea.
See what the community says, because we want your input. We want to have the best Warren County that we can have, and it's
And
amazing.
respect is one.
Yeah.
Respect for genders is really needs to be improved upon.
Oh, 100%.
In Warren County.
I agree.
And again, it's not just the men's fault.
No, it goes both ways.
Well, it's like
very
anything in a
generational.
relationship. Your expectations.
Yeah.
And we got to set the bar higher, guys.
Always set the bar high, ladies
academics,
and gentlemen.
in sports, in culture, in science, in
Everyday
everything.
life.
We got to set the bar higher, because we're going to look back and we're going to go, what happened to our country?
Just like we do with those classes, we're going to be saying what happened. Why? Should we have done something about that? Should somebody have stepped up? And that's the thing with the school board. we need more community involvement with that school board. We need more people to attend. Bill Zeckman is always saying, go to the school board meetings if you want to understand what's going on.
Well, that leads us into something tonight.
Yeah, that's a great segue that we're about.
And believe me, this is not picking on Miss Dale, but this is the Women's Republican Party tonight is having, and this is open to everybody.
Open to the public. It's free.
Where you stand in your politics, because this is what we're talking about. So they're going to have 4 of the 6 school board members at Bushel on the Pack at 6 o'clock tonight with Miss Natisha Brooks, who is a retired school teacher, and they're going to be up for being asked questions. They're going to talk about
like a town meeting.
Yeah.
Questions,
Yeah.
give and take.
Exactly. And so that's going to be going on at 6 o'clock today at Bushel on the Pack, which is over, I think it's 1100.
It's next to the rescue place. I don't know the address, but it's next to the rescue.
But that's going to be going on tonight, and we want to encourage everybody. I don't care what side of the aisle that you're on.
Right.
We need the best people in office, and sometimes the best people aren't necessarily Republican or run as Republican.
That's correct.
And that's
just so you know.
And for me, and Miss Dale and I are in very similar positions with the Democratic Party. We want to get the best people that can do the best job for the community.
Do your homework, and this meeting will help you to do your homework.
Exactly.
I will definitely be there. I teach until 5.
Okay.
But I will definitely be there at 6 o'clock.
Well, I would love to get if you could stick around afterwards, we might do a quick interview and ask what you thought about what they said and everything, because we're going to have Mr. Jarvis Johnson, we're going to have Mr. James Bennett, we're going to have Mr. Larry Judkins, and we're going to have Mr. Chris Cody.
Yeah.
And but I feel like we need a woman up there.
That's why Miss Natisha Brooks is up there. In the board.
She's moderating.
Yeah. Oh, I think she's going to have a lot of.
I'll find out. Let's see. So we will feature a panel of distinguished speakers, do Q&A. We hope we provide valuable insight and discussion around one of our most precious assets, our children. Everyone is welcome. It doesn't say if she's. This is on the event page, so
But
I don't know.
It's not necessarily about the school board. It's about education in general.
Absolutely.
And that's what we need. We need people. And if these guys are supposed to be our experts in education, we got to figure out why Warren County ranks out of 140 school districts 111. We need to know.
We
if they
improved
even have
a little
vision.
bit.
Because if you go to the Warren County Schools webpage, you see the old Bobby Cox visions.
Well, that's not even updated still.
As far as I haven't been lately.
I'll look.
I say that, but again, there's things that we want to know because it's the little things. If you're taking care of the little things, the big things will show that you're what
I will
direction you're
definitely
going
be there, and I will absolutely reach
They've
out
updated it.
to some other retired teachers.
Is this what you're talking about?
No. If you go to their vision, they have
their statement.
It will talk about their.
Do you know what it's under?
I don't remember exactly.
I don't see.
That's department, schools, resources. I may have to.
I thought it was in their mission statement.
All right, strategic plan.
Oh.
That's what we're looking for. So if you go to the district and go to strategic plan, and there it is, 2017-22 strategic plan. So there's no plan, guys. It's at least open to the that the public can
That's
see.
going to be one of my questions.
What is your
Write it down, Miss Dale.
Yeah. Because if you go to this, it says April 27th, 2017. I will share the tab with you guys. Again, it's the little things.
It is the little
and,
things.
And this is what, and these are our representatives. We put them in office to do this stuff. Now, we understand they're not the central office, but they're supposed to hold.
The hand to the fire.
They are the bosses of Grand Swallows in the school
great.
system. They are, whether they like it or not. That's what they were voted to do, is to give us a good school system. And if you look at all the other areas, school districts, except for Cannon County, they all are ahead of us from proficiency.
The surrounding counties?
And Grundy County scores higher than we do.
No.
I'm sorry,
And
no offense
nothing
to Grundy
against-
County,
no.
yeah. But the
No.
thing is they've had better scores in TCAP results proficiency. So now Cannon County, one of Cannon County's biggest problems is they're right next door to Rutherford County.
Right.
And if you're a teacher, you're going over to Rutherford County and making way more money than you are in Cannon County. We understand that.
Yes, but let me tell you, teachers cannot perform to expectation, which is what they're asking them to do these days, without the support of the school board.
Oh, yeah.
They absolutely cannot. They cannot do what needs to be done unless the school board supports them. And I when I first came down here as a retired teacher, I missed the kids, so I subbed. The majority of those teachers are spot on. The majority of those teachers are good teachers who want to do what they're supposed to be doing, producing productive citizens.
And then I just pulled this up, so if just a little quick thing. And again, this is all through Google AI. I pulled up right quick, but we kind of tapped on this like a couple of weeks ago. But since you're with us, we can like revisit this. So this is from the 2024-2025 school year, designated as the advancing district by Tennessee Department of Education in the second consecutive year. So the letter grades are as follows. We talked about this as well. So 5 schools did earn a B letter grade on their report card in December of 2025, like Bobby Ray, Dibble, Irving College, Warren County Middle, Warren County High. Now, the growth of TVOS, the district did receive an overall level of 4 out of 5 for student growth. The level 5 is
I'm assuming that's achievement.
Well, no, that's not achievement, or that's growth, that they're getting better. So that's a good thing. But proficiency, we're not there.
So growth and achievement are two different entities?
Growth and proficiency.
Proficiency are definitely two.
Yeah. And it said that level 5 highest growth was Warren County High School, Warren County Middle, Dibble. Level 4 was above average, Bobby Ray Elementary. Now, the proficiency that he is talking about, despite the high growth in these 5 schools, like Centertown, Eastside, Hickory Creek, Warren, Connect, and West, it received a D or a 5 due to the lower achievement scores and growth in specific subgroups.
Right.
And it broke it down in the proficiency with this metric system.
We were so low in our district that just a little growth made us look great, but we still aren't proficient.
Made us look great locally.
Well, to the district for the TVOS scoring.
For
but TCAT proficiency.
TCAT.
Yeah, and so you can follow the stuff on the Tennessee Department of Education, or you
that's
can
where all
go,
this information is
because the Tennessee
from.
Department of Education does not rank the systems,
Mm-hmm.
but if you go to an independent group like schooldigger.org, if you go there, they will rank every school in the state of Tennessee. That's what they do.
Yep.
They have no bias towards Warren County, but if you look at where Warren County ranks in the school digger rankings,
Oh, I know. My husband tells me all the time.
Yep.
It's not good.
So I asked it neighboring performance across the board, like surrounding counties. It says White County also reported a year-over-year improvements in ELA, math, science for their cycle. State leaders, like wealthier districts like Williamson County, maintained a much higher proficiency, approximately 70% in ELA and math compared to Warren County levels.
Around 30%. Yeah.
And but they say for us, Warren County schools generally rank in the bottom 50% of Tennessee public schools based on the combined math and reading proficiency.
And that's another thing. One of the things that our standards that we're using for funding is called TISA, and it's an acronym, but they've got 3 goals. And one of the goals is we in Warren County, for our 3rd grade, there's a big 3rd grade reading retention law. If you took 10 3rd graders and lined them up, only 3.5 would read at the minimum standard reading.
Does that include homeschoolers though?
No, that doesn't include homeschoolers. This is all
public only, right?
school,
Yeah, not even private. Private and home are out.
So only 3.5. So you got 6.5 kids that can't read at the very minimum standard.
And that's
in the
3rd
grade.
Yeah.
And then if you look at math, this is one of our other ones. If you look 3rd through 8th grade in the state of Tennessee, and this is through the Economic and Wealth Development. Out of 95 counties, we rank like 88th in math from 3rd to 8th grade, and so our 3rd grade through 8th grade math the scores are pretty bad. We've got some wonderful math teachers. There's nothing. I'm not bad mouthing the teachers.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, as a vision we've got some real work to do, and because we've shown a little growth, and I know we want to make a big deal about TLOS and everything. The real thing's the proficiency, and everybody will tell you that.
So I looked this up, what initiatives or programs that is Warren County Schools to address in the proficiency gaps for this upcoming year. And it says that in 2025 and 26 school year, the Warren County Schools are implementing several strategic initiatives focused on reversing proficiency gaps, like particularly in math and literacy, while trying to still maintain its advancing district. So it's called the Core Academic Initiatives. Have you heard of this?
I mean, maybe this is something that they can
talk about tonight. So one is called instructional coaching. Another one is the literacy support, the foundational skills. The district continues in partnerships with National Institute of Excellence in Teaching to provide specialized coaching for literacy. Home literacy reports are now sent to K through 5th parents at least 3 times a year to detail specific skill gaps and progress. Maybe that's one thing. Instead of doing it like 3 times out of the year, maybe it should be checked once a month, because every kid is different.
Well, here's the deal. We take a lot of testing. Once they get to third grade, our school system pays for groups like iExcel and iReady.
Right.
We do. I don't know if we still do Ames web testing, but the thing is we take lots of tests, and I hear these parents saying, "Oh, we test too much. Our TCAPs all around them. Our kids are so worried about the testing." Guys, we're in the 21st century. Our kids take computerized testing all the time, so it's no big deal. But the thing is, by taking computerized testing, we know at the moment where our children need help at.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing. There's no addressment during our school board meetings about where we are, where we're lagging in academics. Because if you go to all our YouTube school board meetings, when they talk about academics, not a lot to talk about academics.
That's why you should go to these things and to wrap all this to keep it going. Like, of course, they're talking also about doing math improvements. Tennessee All Corps tutoring. This is for students for 1st through 8th that are below proficiency. The district is offering small group tutoring 2 to 3 times per week, focused specifically on reading and math skills. And then if you're like, well, where all this money coming from? Well, last year, the budget got increased. There was an increased budget for the staff. The June 2025 board approved budget included salary increases, bonuses intended to attract and to retain high quality educators, which is also a key component in the 2026 moving forward with these students' policies. But remember, as the staff is looking at these new hire-ons, whether you're from here or somewhere else, you need to make sure that they're not just qualified, but my biggest thing as a parent is they love to teach. I say this.
A teacher is born. I don't think you can make a teacher.
Yeah, you can't make one. You know, and then of course too, it also said that expanded career and technical education to improve post-secondary readiness. Warren County Connect has introduced new courses like criminal justice, animal science, and business and marketing. There's also been a multi-tiered system of support at MTSS. The district has strengthened its MTSS framework to ensure the academic and the behavioral interventions and data-driven, consistent across all. Hey, speaking of, look, somebody that's on the County Board for Education. Hey, girl. And focus on attendance and discipline, recognizing that learning loss is often tied to absences. The board has implemented a recharge refresher for capturing kids' hearts, which I saw that implemented last year. So again, and if you want to know a timeline for this year, just to mentally prepare your children, the TCAP is going to, for grades 3rd through 8th, is scheduled for April the 13th through May the 1st. And the TCAP alternative assessments are scheduled March 9th through April the 24th. So.
And listen, I encourage every parent. I supplement because I don't know exactly what my kids are being taught.
Mm-hmm.
The communication kind of drops off when they get into middle school. And so for me and my kids, we do IXL. So I pay for my kids. This year we've added the IXL ELA component
nice.
because my kids are always this close. Either they're barely in the exceed expectations or they're almost to the exceed expectations.
Right.
And we've been doing it with math, and my kids are
Getting more proficient.
Out of the 7th grade this last year, my kids make up, I think it's like 12% of the kids that exceeded expectations in 7th grade math. That means there were only 18 kids.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know how
so,
many are in a class, but that's low.
Yeah, and so that's what we're seeing. And parents need to know what they can do, how they can help. And I get it. We got a lot of parents who don't care. We got a lot of parents who are absent because of the drug epidemic and poverty levels and the things that we've been talking about throughout this whole show.
But Brian, I have offered free tutoring. Everything I do is volunteer. I have offered free tutoring. I have offered to give them supplemental if they want to do it themselves. Supplemental. I just came across a great big thing because I did the same thing you're doing with my children and my grandchildren. In the summertime, these students need to be enriched. They absolutely need to be enriched, and that's up to the parent.
Yeah.
I have spoken to people. I would do an enrichment program free of charge.
Yeah.
They'd have to bring them to my house. But free of charge, and they can't be bothered.
Well, I think one of the problems is that, and you've noticed, schools have tried to kick out the parents, kick out all the people, because I know there are a lot of people that were utilizing the schools for their gain, for whatever they could get out of the schools. And I know with poverty, you're looking for anything that you can get. But what happened is we've kind of pushed the parents out and put more on the teachers. So, you look at football games. We ask our teachers to stay after and run the football game. We ask our teachers to stay after it. We don't have the same community expectations or the same community connection that we've had in the past.
Right.
And I think for us here in Warren County, to help out with things like Kids of the Community or Hamilton Street Homework Club. And if we can get our kids there plugged into having internet access and being able to do these programs, and like I said, if we can find independent people to buy these things for them and then encourage them and work with them over the summertime. But
when we get closer to summer, we'll definitely bring that to the head here.
Oh yeah.
See if we can develop some kind of a program.
But it's going to take the community to get involved. And again, we've pushed everything out, so you don't know what's going on inside of Warren County High School. How many vapes have they confiscated in Warren County High School?
Do they offer? And I hate to keep saying my school, but that's my history. Do they offer an after-school tutoring program for free? Here's the kicker: that there's transportation available. And that might be the sticky wicket here.
Oh, the transportation, I don't think so, but I know there's with aftercare, some schools.
There are some schools that have these type of programs.
Tutoring or just babysitting?
I'll tell you what, and I'm going to brag. I hate to
I don't know
this,
specifically.
but my children have done really well. And we push them. We push them, especially in academics. But my kids have been tutoring in the mornings. So whenever they go and they get with our beloved Mr. Jeff Watson, and Mr. Jeff is a wonderful teacher at the Warren County Middle School. He's teaching math, I think 6th grade math this year.
Yeah.
And so what
Now
happens
tell me
is
his last name again.
Watson. Jeff
Okay.
Watson. And they go, I think it's to his room. And I think they even offer like breakfast or cupcakes or something.
Oh yeah, you
like
gotta
that
have
for the kids.
something. Yeah.
And so, and my children, along with a couple others, shout out Miss Jasa, they work with the children who want to come, who want to work on it. And there are kids that come. And
do they track them? Do they track their achievement?
I don't know how they're doing that, because this is kind of brand new. But because my girls have done really well, and they're in 8th grade, so they've been through the 6th grade and 7th grade stuff. And they're look, I got my kids doing algebra online for IXL.
Yeah.
So and they pretty much completed all the 8th grade math already. But So the stuff that they're in class, they're getting it's kind of a review to them at this point.
Yeah.
And but it's
But there's nothing wrong with that.
no,
Yeah.
it's because in education, we teach at the curve. We teach at the tip of the curve, and so that's where we have to teach. And so the kids at the
But
front,
it doesn't.
they don't get exactly what they need, and the kids behind. But we got to teach to the majority because that's the best we have right now.
Yeah. We are going to take one more break, but when we get back, we're going to wrap it up because it's almost 12, and I know you got your thing. Yeah. Time flies when we all get together, don't it?
Oh, my goodness.
I'm sorry, I talked too much. Verbosity is
No. But always when I have, again, we are gearing up for the election 2026. Guys, if you are not keeping up with who has, I guess you say, who has grabbed papers, if you know somebody that has, you've got to fill out that form for them so they can get on the 2026 ballot. And if you are thinking about February 19th
has
is
to be in at noon. Has
okay.
to be in the election commission.
Okay, February 19th is the deadline to turn that paper in at noon and to get without everything. But with that said, if you are still sitting there and thinking like, should I or should I not, you need to go to every first of the month, the Democratic Party meets, and it's every
Monday.
On Monday, sorry.
At the Magnolia Room.
At the Magnolia Room at 6 o'clock, I believe it is. And they also feed you there too, by the way.
Yes, we do. We feed at 5.
Yeah, eat at 5. And then the Republican parties, they always meet, is it the second or third?
It's the third Thursday.
Third Thursday of each month, again at the early voting room at 6 o'clock. And then they also have like light refreshments and stuff when I've been. It just depends, But with that, But with that said, if you're really thinking about joining, being a local candidate, go to both, not just to one, and get a feel for what the community needs. Also, too, go to these they are free, open to the public meetings, whether it's the educational board or the city meetings or the county meetings, any of them, so you know what is going on, because you need somewhat of education. You don't need to be like, well, I'm sick and tired of this. You need to get involved, and that's the big thing. And you need to also put the time in as well. So, but we're going to come back. We'll talk more about election because there's so many different things going on with the election things that we want to make sure you guys know about as well, because the important dates coming up, not just with your paper turn-in, but everything else and then some. But remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Come join us at 110 East Main Street for a farm-to-table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from-scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powder, sugars, or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Got you. Welcome back to Warren First Night Through. I've moved the camera around a little bit, so it's going to be a little different angle right now. You're going to get a little more of Brian over there. Santa Car is in frame. But with that said, we're going to wrap up the show with specifically talking about with the 2026 election. I want to first and foremost say that next Tuesday is going to be starting our big launch for more people to come every Tuesday on our show to talk about election this and election that. And we're actually going to have it kicked off with Lanisa Bell and also Joseph Moore, both they're the chairman of their parties. So Lanisa Bell is, of course, the Republican chair, and then Joseph Moore is the Democratic chair. And we're going to be having this event at home with Miss Sheila and them, because next Tuesday we're also going to talk more about the movie, and we're going to talk about how home's involved with that. as well as the pick count that is coming up. And I'm going to double check on all the sources I'm getting. But yeah, so again, make sure you tune into that. And if you have any questions about this upcoming election, please, feel free and call any one of us, or talk, if you see any one of us, we're always willing to give out this information that we're saying
And
on
the
here.
election commission as well.
Yeah, call Susie Davenport, another easy thing. And I want to tell you guys this too. While we always talk about this on the show, first and foremost, if you are not registered to vote, go register to vote. I hate that if you wait to the last minute and it's too late. And if you are a 17-year-old, if you have a 17-year-old in your household that is not going to turn 18 until like before the election happens, or the time frame, let me educate you now on this. Whether you do it on phone or by paper or go in the office or online, yes, you can do those online as well. You can actually register your 17-year-old child or your young adult now, and then when it kicks in, because say that they turn 18 the day before you can go vote, guess what? It's already clicked in. The next day, he or she can vote. So again, just be cautious of that. There's Go Vote TN app. You can do it on. You can also go online at, I believe, Tennessee.gov.
Right.
And then, of course, go see Susie Davenport and the amazing folks there at the election office and get your paperwork done. What? Okay, go. What do you got going? What do you want to talk about?
I was just going to say, Brian and I ran an election day. It was a national registration day, and we ran it, and we had so few people. The people that came, we loved, and we had great conversations. But the opportunity to register is so available, and everybody should vote. And the one thing I want to say is a comment I hear often: "Oh, I don't do local elections. It doesn't make any difference." Folks, who do you think runs your daily lives? Who controls your taxes? Who controls the regulations? The local people. And you need to get out, do your homework, and vote for the best person in local elections.
100%. And that you need to vote on, what does I always say? Don't vote on popularity. Vote on the principle.
Right.
And so that's why make sure you tune into our Super Tuesday event. Our theme for that is to, knowledge over noise. That's what we do on the show, because there's so much. Thank you. One of my interns came up with that. I can't take credit on that one.
Wonderful.
Knowledge over noise. And the more we know, and we said this already on the show, the more we grow. The more we work together, the more we are stronger together. And so go to these meetings. Whether you're a Democrat, Republican, or an independent, you need to go to these meetings and see what the other side is saying and being involved. Because I always have said this: when you go on any mainstream show, whether it's CNN, ABC, any of those, pick any of them. If I watch a show for an hour or two of news, okay, or 1 hour of news, I should say, it takes me 3 to 4 hours to research everything else to make sure are they
and research
right.
Yes.
Because unfortunately we are in a society now, and this is why I'm saying the 2026 election is very important across all boards, whether it's local or federal. Okay, because I say this, for some reason, still to this day, bad is good and good is bad. And I say this meaning, what is going to sell on television? How can I get viewers? Clickbait, watch bait, whatever you want to call it, bait. And if I'm talking negatively about whether it's Trump or
it could be chickens, it could be
anything, that is essentially clickbait for us as Americans. And so you need to get all the fussle and bustle of all the noise and find out where the knowledge is, who's telling the facts, who's telling the truth. And that goes for all mainstream media, all of them. So make sure you do your due diligence. Go to these meet and greets. Go to these the get to know yous, the whatever is out there between now and the elections that are coming up, starting.
And there's 3 this year.
Mm-hmm.
So
That is correct. And I think I wrote it down because I was adding it to my calendar. We have a community hub calendar, and I was trying to put all these important dates that were coming up, and it was in April. Let's see. I know one was in April. Hold on. So April 6th, voter registration is the deadline. So, and then she was saying February the 19th is the deadline to turn your petitions in.
Right.
And then where's the next one? I had it. Oh, was it April? Okay, so yeah, and then early voting for us this year is April 15th through the 30th. And then the state and county primary elections is going to be on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
You cannot miss that. And then in October 5th, voter registration deadline for the general election. And then October 14th through the 19th is early voting for the general election. I don't know what that was for. That I just copied and pasted in. And then lastly, Tuesday, November the 3rd is going to be the last day to do the general election day. And so, like she was saying, all this is coming up. You need to know who is on what and what do they do and what they voted on as much as, and it's like me and Brian said, whatever side you're on, you need to see how they voted, how they responded. And no, because again, it's like Brian was saying that these, with Dr. Swallows and the education board, we voted these people in. We are their bosses. These folks that you vote in, whether it's the president or whatever, that is all. We're their bosses.
Yeah, but we are
They're the
responsible.
bosses. Well, they're the bosses of Dr. Swallows in the central office.
Correct.
But we are responsible for them. So
Yeah.
when you complain about what's happening,
You really need
just think about
Yeah.
it. It was the people who voted who put them there.
Yeah, at the end of the day. But any final thought for today? Every time we've had somebody new on the show for the new year, we've been on our New Year's resolutions. What is one of? Do you have many?
No.
Do you have any? Okay.
To become less of a procrastinator.
You?
I know. I have so much on my plate.
We
that
all do.
And I know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I think I'm a huge procrastinator myself. I have a list that, I go through, and I wish I was more organized where I could organize my time better. But at the end of the day, like today, normally our shows are done by 10:30, but there's so much to talk about. And I've always loved having you on the show with your vast knowledge. And then we saw Matt across the street.
He was great.
And he's great too. And I just don't want to miss these things. So again, guys, we appreciate Miss Dell and Matt coming on the show today. Brian, any final
Hey,
thoughts?
thank you, Miss Tina, for chiming in. Thank you for everything you do and give many blessings on your day. And I want to give a shout out to Cody Jones. 'Cause
Yes.
He doesn't want us to forget about the Warren County Rescue Squad breakfast happening this Saturday. And y'all come get some
Yes.
good stuff.
Yes.
And I imagine it's really, really good breakfast. It's like the
Yeah.
best and worst.
Yeah, and don't forget, if you are not a part of any way of being socially or community connected with us, if you want to be more community involved, I'm telling you, we have our finger on the well to get all this vast knowledge of pouring. We have a newspaper. We have 10 social media outlets to choose from, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, all the way to Apple, Amazon, and Audible. We also have Spotify. Don't forget, we're also on Spotify. We also, with that newspaper, if you want to become a part of that, whether you get it daily, whether it's through the digital aspect, or you want that hard copy, we have subscription fees. You can get onto that as well. What else? We have a text club. We have everything you need, and then some to stay
And
community
advertising.
connected. Yes. Oh, yeah.
Advertising.
I always forget that. Thank you, Miss Dale. We have a great opportunity for advertisement here for you guys. So again, let us know. We actually sent out a few more packages last night. I saw in my email. You can email me at warrenfirst931@gmail.com and just give me, breaks with me, because like Miss Dale says, as a fellow procrastinators, it's not that we mean to procrastinate. It's just the way that it falls on the totem pole. And I try to get stuff done. And I have been waking up. I want to do a shameless plug for myself. 4:30 or 5 every morning to do 2 hours of that catch up time.
Me too.
Because if you're like us, when we go in public, We literally get stopped everywhere we go and be like, hey, do you know about this? Hey, can you help me with that? Or, hey, what should I do about this?
It's funny. So my wife gets up early in the
Yeah.
morning, and that's her me time. That's
Yeah.
where she gets all her stuff done. She doesn't like it when I'm up, whenever it's concerning her
Yeah.
I get that. I get that. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
It's me time, but also too, guys. We just want to thank all the what I call our little CIs out there that call us and text us. We are so appreciative of that. But again, if you do have a news tip, we do have an email source for that now this year. Please email any stories, any ideals, any concept of whatever's going on in our town to newstip wf931@gmail.com, just to drown out all the noise I get on the main page. But guys, it has been an amazing show. It is getting jam packed in here, and I think we need to start breaking down so they can have a table.
Yes.
But guys, we always say this on the show: you can either be a blessing. Oh, before I forget, tonight we will be broadcasting live across all our streams. I'm just going to take that from you right quick. At 5 o'clock is the Policy and Personnel Subcommittee. We're going to be going broadcasting live on all streams on that. At 6 o'clock, at 5:30, we are going to be broadcasting on all the streams except for Facebook with the health and welfare meeting, because at 6 o'clock, Brian is going to be at the, and I'm going to be late if they get done early, at the Women's Republican group, as they're hosting the educational Q&A sesh. But that will also be broadcasted live on Facebook only.
And where's that?
On our Warren First Facebook page.
Where are they hosting?
They're hosting it at a Bushel and a Peck tonight. So make sure you go to that, and that starts at 6 o'clock. So we have 3 different things streaming almost simultaneously, because I know one meeting starts at 5 and another one at 5:30. So hopefully I can get a break from that. And if I can't, I will be pre-recording the other one if it crosses over. So just bear with us. But we appreciate each and every one of you. We always say on the show, you can either choose to be a blessing or a curse. But remember, Warren County, keep it first.